Today we're going to be doing some character sheets. We'll probably be doing them all week actually. I've thought about having a nice chill week and getting some of our character sheets done. These are the ones we've got so far. So if we zoom in a bit, you can see them a bit bigger. Here they are, they're in the characters and places and section in the Discord. Basically this is going to be the resource of everything. All important images to do with the game will go here, and that'll include polls too. I want to get the polls put in here too eventually. And if we look at our Trello page, this little list here is actually we're going to be doing in this order, because those guys have been waiting very patiently for their character sheets for a very long time, so we'll be doing them in the order that they're there. And I think it'll be a good job done for sure to get some of those off that list. Fantasia's been waiting months, so we'll start with Fantasia's character, and let's just pop it here for now. So we are in the last week of April, aren't we now? So this is kind of what this month's goal is, to get main quest 2 scenes done. And that means that, well, next week we'll be getting straight back into the battle mechanics stuff and doing some boss stuff, the fruit bosses. So that'll be the hard bit, which is also a reason why I wanted to chill stream this week, because it's the hard bit. So I've got to still do a bit of research on how to get a particular thing to work. So I'll be doing that off stream, as well as finishing the cutscene from last week. I'll be doing that off stream as well. So there was something I wanted to add to this important releases list as well, but it's completely slipped my mind what it was. When I was getting ready for stream, I was like, that needs to go on the important releases list. And now I'm completely forgot. It'll come back to me though. Right, so also another thing is that these character sheets that are currently here are our old ones. They're all coloured versions, but since doing the website I did update them so they're all blue and match with the colour scheme that we've got for Raindrop Chronicles. And I did that mainly because, well, it's easier. It saves a bit of time, because not gonna lie, picking a colour scheme and making all the colours look pretty for every single character we get actually takes more time than you'd think it would. And we were running out of colours as well, so all of them are blue now, just to make things a bit easier for myself. So what I am going to do is put the new ones into the Discord. We haven't got too many to do, so I'll take a few minutes. And oh, I'm there twice. Is there a difference? Nope, I don't think there is. Let's get all these up in a tab. So these are all the playable character NPCs. And we've also got major and minor NPCs as well. Masked Emerald, good afternoon, Rose. Yes, you are one of the Masked Emerald on our list. There you are, right here. Third one. I added you in our Discord. I added all of you guys that have got your sheets coming up, mainly because you might be like wondering where your character has been and why I haven't done them, and there has been a hold up, and that was one reason I reduced my streaming days from 4 days a week to 3 days, just to give me more time to get things ticked off the to-do list, you know, because there's a big to-do list. There's always a big to-do list for making a game. So, and I thought, yeah, let's actually do these on stream this week, because it's important. Something's been needing to be done for a while, and also because I think it's fun and relaxing to do characters on stream. It's one of the chill, nice bits to do. But I hope you're doing well, Master Hamlord. How is life treating you, and how are things going? How are your projects and stuff treating you? Right, so who now? So this, I was meant to have updated these ones to the blue ones ages ago. So I think all those playable characters are all the blue ones now. Let's check. They were nice, don't get me wrong. The coloured character sheets are really pretty, and I liked them, but it's just way easier doing having them all the one colour. I can just get them done so much faster. Okay, there we go. So they're all good. And yeah, NPCs, major antaggers. But yeah, these are there mainly for people that don't have a desktop PC, because you can just look on the website at the character sheets by hovering and clicking on the ones that do have character sheets. Not all of them have character sheets, like Carol and the Bookingtons don't have character sheets, but anybody that's a community character does have a character sheet, and you can just see on the website. But unfortunately, it's not working on mobile right now. The main page, the home page, is working perfectly on mobile, but the things like this aren't, because it's actually pretty hard to make responsive, such a fancy design like this. So eventually I'm intending to make a simplified version of this page and the others for mobile. But once again, it's another time-consuming thing, so they'll have to hold off for a bit. And in the meantime, we're going to just have everything in here for those that can't look on their desktops. Having a sleepy day, been tired a lot recently, so have I. I literally collapsed on my bed on Friday. I think it was Friday, or it could have been Saturday. But yeah, I was just in bed by 9 PM, which is very unusual for me, because I'm a bit of a night owl. I had really bad hay fever that day though, so that didn't help. Right, so we'll go back. We have, these are our major NPCs. So we'll get all these tabbed up. Yeah, we've only got the 3 antagonists so far. I think we'll be having another one soon. There's one there ready to be done. Fantasias, I believe. But it'll be really cool. Another reason why it'll be really cool to get these guys done, well, obviously so we can have them walking across on stream avatars when you guys are in stream hanging out with us. That's one reason. So it'd be cool to see some new characters walking across, and also because once we finish main quest 2 and we're back in Lakefall, there's an opportunity there to introduce some new characters to the game. There'll probably be at least 1 or 2 community characters that get introduced to the game after that quest is finished, once we're back in Lakefall. And it'll be good to see, have a look through everyone's character sheets, and I can actually think who might suit coming in the game at this stage. So that's another reason it will be cool to get them done, because we could be missing out on some good characters otherwise. I think that links, yeah, that links a bit wrong. There we go, that's the right one. But yeah, I just want to update these to the blue ones for consistency reasons, of course, because when we got the new ones, they'll be blue too. So that's those guys done. And yes, like it says on the website, I've kind of split it so that the ones that aren't in the game yet are under the blue banners, and the ones that are in the game are under the green banners and at the top. So they're the current playable characters and current major NPCs and current minor NPCs. The fruits will get added to that one as well in the next website update. And the people who aren't in the game yet are all down here. And of course, once they are, they'll get moved up here with the rest. Because I think it's always good to have, it's a good idea to have the relevant characters first, the ones that are actually in the game. And who knows when all these folks will come in. Like, there's going to be, you know, it's episodic, this game, so not everyone's going to be in episode 1, of course. Everybody will come into the story in their own time, when the time is right, when there's a good point for them to come in, and I'll judge it based on their sheet, what's in it, and whether their arc and what the character seems like will make a good fit. Sometimes we might do polls and say which one should we have come in, and we'll see who wins the votes and stuff. Hi guys, Rex and Legmog, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 33 months sub, Rex. That is insane. You are up there as, oh my gosh, Mr. Bat is a bit invisible today. Bless him. It's because my camera, I had to, there was some green screen issues where the green screen was showing up in parts, so I had to really make it strong. Now Batty's a bit invisible. He's okay when he's like this though. Thank you so much. That is insane. What a huge amount of time that is. Let's have some hype in chat, guys, for my bestest friend in the world, favourite person, Rex. I love Mr. Bat. How are you doing, Legmog? I just got here and it was mere seconds before the first. Who knows? I know. You know, it's because I sensed you were here, Legmog. That's why I said it. I'm a psychic. I've got powers. Mwahaha. I love Mr. Bat. His name's Benny as well, but so, you know, you can call him Ben too. But Mr. Bat's easier. I think I had picked the illusionist class, but I'm wondering if I would be okay to change that to chronomancer, if that's still available. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if chronomancer was a class on the list, but I've always said to you guys, if there's a better class, if you ever think of your own class and it's totally doable in RPG Maker, then I'm totally for having it be a certain class you're fond of, because that's what we did with Glacian as well. He was originally going to be a summoner, but he only wanted to summon dragons, so we thought dragon tamer for Glacian rather than summoner, because summoner is something that's a bit less specific. So he too had his own class, because the truth is there's not many, I mean there are quite a lot of classes on that list, but eventually they'll all be taken up. So we'll need you guys and myself to be creative and think of others as well, that's for sure. But yeah, I will totally do that. I mean, I'll have to look into chronomancer and have a little bit of a research into that. But I'm sure it's totally doable. Masked Emerald knows her stuff. So I'm sure she would know. That's for sure. So I'm going to make a note of that, actually, Masked Emerald, so that I don't forget such important information. And then I can put Illusionist back on the list as well, in case anybody else does want it. If we do go for Chronomancer, that is for you. I'm going to do a Google actually and see what it says about it, because I'm curious. I mean, it's familiar to me, but I want to make sure that I'm in the know of this. The divination of the best time to do something, the determination of lucky and unlucky days, especially popular in ancient China. Interesting. Oh, it's in Guild Wars. I get it then. That's why you like it. Because it's in Guild Wars, and I know you play that game. I was lurking in your stream the other day when you were playing it. So that makes sense now. For sure. Dapper, I look dapper, yeah, that's always the goal. I try my best. I wish I looked like I'd just come straight from the aristocratic lord and ladies ballroom dance when I stream. Well, that's good, because I literally just come out the bath and my hair was soaking wet, so I'm glad I can pull it off in a short amount of time. My hair's still kind of wet. I always put my hair into plaits when it's wet, so whenever there's a stream that I'm wearing plaits like today, it's mostly because I've just washed my hair and I just want to, you know, plaits are a good hairstyle to have when you've got wet hair. So, yay. It's down as time manipulator on the form. Yeah, they never implemented it in Guild Wars 1, sadly. Well, we could call it either. I mean, time manipulator is fine if you want to be called that, but if you'd rather it be a more fancy name or there's a name that you prefer, I am totally flexible because it's your character after all. So just let me know what you'd like to call it and we'll call it that. But basically, if it seems that that's kind of what it's about, then that's about. Well, I'm going to do a bit more research into the class, obviously, because I don't play Guild Wars, so I'm no pro. But it sounds fun, and I'm sure that it's totally doable in RPG Maker. Most things are flexible, and as long as you're creative with the skills, you know, you can do anything, I believe. Being in this stream watching you, it's like brushing shoulders with high society. I'm that posh, am I? Well, I'm very flattered because I'm used to being the commoner, should I say, of our land. So I'm very honoured to be thought of as posh. Chronomancy is a cooler way of saying messing with time through magic personally. Yeah, like time manipulator is quite straightforward in its wording, isn't it? But I'm totally for giving it a fancy name. Totally, and we can totally call it that. I mean, that's why Chrono Trigger, the game, is called Chrono, isn't it? Because that's a game about time travelling. just realised the connection. Yes, time manipulator might be a bit formal. I think rewindy, fast forwardy type person would be a good class now. And that would be perfect for Poppy, you know. Our lovely character that Legmog makes, because she's a bit of a silly one, bless her. I mean, if she did have a class, that is. I mean, she doesn't, but if she did, that would be hers. Hello, Miss Rice. Hi, Neffel. How are you doing? It's good to see you. How are things going, Neffel? Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so there we go. I've made a note, Master Emerald, so when we do get to your character, that'll be in my head. Warms my soul that both me and Mass will have characters in this game. I know, it's fun. I can't wait to get them all done, guys, for you all. Where were we anyway on our character sheets? Oh, we were changing them all to the blue ones in our Discord because they're still multicoloured. And oh, I remember what the important release was. Let me just add this to our Trello, guys. So let me just copy the M dash because I've always found it silly why M dashes aren't on our keyboards, because M dashes are everything. So I have to like copy and paste one. M dashes aren't on our keyboards either. I feel like an idiot now if they have been all along, but I'm pretty sure they're not. So next website update will be hang on. Yeah, probably it will be mid-May. I want to, basically because the next story so far is going to come out in mid-May. Let me just get across so you guys can see this properly. It only makes sense for the next website update to be mid-May as well, because well, I have the story so far on the homepage, the website's there, huge. We don't want the old one still there. I want to update that with the new one when it's out. And so it'll make sense to do everything at one time. We'll get the new characters in the website then as well as anything else. We need to get like new polls. And I'd rather update the website in like every few weeks or every couple of months or so, rather than keep doing it every single week, because it'll get tiring to keep doing things that way. It's always better to do things in bulk. So I'm gonna always put important releases and stuff in this list so you guys know what the plans are and any exciting things when anything is due that's coming up. So the story so far, the next one, mid-May is the plan, and we're about to enter May. We're not far from entering May now, so it's coming up, and I'm looking to get in a first playable build of the game in late May, early June. Can you believe it? And I kind of just extended our list to do so what we're doing in April, May and June, so you can have a closer look at that, folks, if you do want to have a nosy at what the plans are for Raindrop Chronicles over the next few months. Hi Alt, how are you doing? Hold down Alt type on the numeric keyboard. 0150 for an M dash, or oh wow, that sounds confusing. I'm gonna have to have an experiment with that, but it's always good to know. So let me just. I don't even think I've got my numeric keyboard on. I think I'm doing it wrong, to be honest, because nothing's coming up for me. But I can be a bit silly like this. It's a habit of mine. But I'll do a bit of research. Thanks for letting me know that I'm trying to be helpful. I just always mess everything up. I'm terrible at following instructions sometimes. So forgive me, but I appreciate it. Just hold Alt and type in the number, then let go of Alt and it'll show up. Oh, okay. Oh, you have to let go of Alt. That makes sense. I wasn't doing that, so that was what the problem was. I have to say that is very confusing, folks, that you have to type in such a long-winded number to get it to come up. What an absolute palaver. I think I'm going to just stick to copying and pasting my own doses. But I think I did it. It's there in chat anyway. Oh, I had that link for petition for writing category. Wasn't sure where in the Discord to post it. Oh, awesome, Master Emerald. Let's have a look in the Discord now. Right, so. Yeah, there might be not anything specific. If I were you, just pop it in general chat, in all honesty. I'm totally for, because I think most people look at general chat anyway, I'd assume. So just pop it in there, and then that will mean more people will sign it if it's in general chat. So, I mean, people still look in the other ones, but general chat is kind of the main channel. So, I know that some people can feel a bit rude, maybe, by posting things in general chat, which is totally understandable. But you can totally do that, Master Emerald, because it's super important that we get a writing category on Twitch, I have to say. And I'm going to totally sign that petition. Okay, so where were we? We're getting our NPCs updated character sheets in the Discord, and I like having them on the Discord, even though they're already on the website anyway. I like to put them in the Discord because, you know, you want people to be able to see them in case they're on mobile. There we go, let's make sure. And then we've only got 3 more. Here we go. Oh, I accidentally, like a silly, didn't get the right character sheet. Gotta go back on Imager now. Posted in general, just wanted to check because some Discords block links in certain sections. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Master Emerald. Let's have a little peep. There we go. So I'll be assigning that after stream, that's for sure. I really hope we can get that to happen because when we're doing writing or character or world building related stuff in our game, it makes far more sense to be under that category if it was there, and we'd be under science and technology if we was doing more mechanic related things. So thank you, Master Emerald, I appreciate that. I did put up a tweet actually the other week saying, Twitch, could we have a writing and world building category please on Twitch? And I added them, but of course it got ignored. Signed, yay! Yes, make sure everybody, if this is something you're also interested in, make sure you sign it because it's a huge deal. And it kind of shocks me that Twitch haven't got this anyway. Don't you think, guys? It should be there. I mean, do Twitch not like writers or something? It's just it's just such a huge one, you know. Writing is an incredibly popular creative hobby that many people on the internet do. I mean, there's NaNoWriMo that happens every November. People, like, the writing category would be absolutely, like, packed on Twitch that month. So, what on earth is going on? That's all I have to say. Love some more writing related tags too, but category is priority. Yeah, 100%, because I look through my stats and I always have a writing tag while doing these Raindrop Chronicles streams. You guys can probably see it's there. And I look through on my dashboard most days after stream, and honestly, I don't get many viewers come from the writing tag. I mean, there might be the odd couple. You know, I'm not saying zero, but there's not many, I have to say. Most of my new viewers come from the categories, the directory, I notice. So, you know, it's definitely categories that are the bigger deal when it comes to things like exposure and visibility. I think they view it as writing not being very interactive or good for viewing. It's so not true. Don't you agree though, Dead Pixel in chat? Like, I think writing is an excellent collaboration and you can just ramble on about your writing ideas, and well, why would that be good? You know, I think it works well for us when we do it, and I'm sure Master Emerald would say it works for her as well. So it's very misunderstood. I'm under the impression that Twitch doesn't like anyone. Every category has been an uphill battle. Elder Earl gets it. Yeah, it's just so unfortunate, because people like us, Master Emerald, and anybody else here as well who loves writing, who would want to stream writing, or who does stream writing, like, you know, we could be missing out here on cool people finding us because we aren't categorised correctly. So that just sucks for us. We should be allowed to be allowed that, surely. It's not right. It's not right. I mean, when you look at what there are some categories for, there's loads of categories for games like that nobody ever plays anymore because they're very old or not very well known. So if there's a category for that, there should be a category for writing. I have found tons of people through searching the tag, but that's only because I know they are there. I have found a lot of writers doing very good interactive streams. I'm glad you used the tag, the writing tag, Master Emerald. It's a shame if the tags are underlooked, but at least you do, and I'm sure others do as well. I think brainstorming is great. Wouldn't want to sit and watch someone type out a story or anything. Yeah, I guess it just depends, because it doesn't even have to be just writing a novel. Like here in the this little description here, you've got scripts, comics, tabletop campaign planning, world building. Like, that stuff is fun. Like, that's what I think is fun anyway. I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea maybe, but I think that's super fun, and I'm sure a lot of people are with me on that. So yes, for sure. I actually have no idea where I came from. I left Twitch open on my computer and left for 2 days, and when I came back you were on screen, but it only took about 15 minutes to follow. Oh really? That's interesting, Alt. I'm curious now. Maybe I was raided then. Maybe somebody you follow raided me, and that's why I was up on the screen, because I wouldn't know why else I'd randomly be there. But that's awesome. Nice and casual and a lot less pressure, in my opinion. I think there used to be a game dev category too, and that got condensed into science and tech. Yeah, and science and tech is like absolutely great. I mean, there's been a lot of cool people that have found me from that category, and I think it's kind of known that it is game dev by a lot of people, so I don't think there's a problem with that. But sometimes I just feel that a lot of the stuff I do on stream isn't relevant to it, and of course I am making a game, so I suppose it is, but I think like we are very focused on storytelling with this game and this project, more than a lot of game dev projects would be. Like, a lot of game dev projects are more about the mechanics and all those exciting things and doing something that's, you know, like that, whereas we're more like very focused on story. Game dev is now under science and tech, which should be its own category. Yeah, and I think game dev definitely deserves its own category as well, in all honesty. I think creative as a whole was absolutely wonderful. I don't know why it had to get split, because I think it encouraged creativity in itself and more niches by having a very general creative category, because people could just do whatever they wanted, and you know, and it just encouraged more new things and niches. But now everything is split and so specific with the categorizing, and I think that's kind of sad, because it kind of, people aren't as willing or encouraged to try new things because of that, because obviously visibility is important. And most people would say it is, because that's why we stream in the first place. There's a separate category for every single one of the Jackbox party packs, but none for writing. Hi Try, how are you doing? And that's exactly what I mean as well. Like, when I says there's categories for some games that, you know, nobody's ever heard of, or games from really old school games no one's ever heard of, which I'm sure some of them are brilliant. I mean, some of them I've played myself and love them, but no one ever streams in them. And then you've got writing, where people would be streaming in that all the time, I'm sure, if it did exist. I think comics fit under the art category well. Watch a lot of people draw comics sometimes, but comic is about writing is about writing too, not just about art. So there is an element of storytelling involved in that as well. You know, it all depends on what you're actually doing at the time. Most Jackbox streamers jump between packs to play games, so it will probably be better for them to have a combined category for discoverability. Yeah, I agree actually, try for sure. Just Jackbox games in general. Most of the game names are added automatically from the Steam API, so it doesn't take them much effort to add them, and they all fall under a single TOS rule set. Yeah. Whereas the creative categories are thought of out by Twitch specifically, I assume. I love that under Sign Tech you can map earthquakes, a whole farm full of chickens and people going read and game down. Yeah. Way to reduce everything else into a single category to Twitch. For Twitch CEO. Hi Rose, jumping on to leave alert, going to join in later on Happy Monday. How are you? Yay, thank you for stopping by, National Mars, and thank you for the lurk as well and for popping in. We're doing good. We're having a good old ramble here about how we wish there was more creative categories on Twitch. We're having a bit of event because it just would be just so good. I mean, let's face it would be. Guild Wars 1 has a category for each expansion, but I know people only really use the base category. They don't need to exist. Oh, really? They have one for each expansion? That's unusual. Like when I think of Final Fantasy 14, it's just Final Fantasy 14 online, I believe. There's not Shadowbringers or specific to the expansion. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, guys, we have a new question of the week as well this week. If you have noticed in the title, I'm asking this week who your favourite NPCs are in known RPG. And yeah, it's a pretty hard question because there's a lot of cool NPCs out there. But because we're working on character sheets and making our new characters this week that we haven't done yet, I thought it would be a suitable question to ask. Every time someone mentions Guild Wars 1, I want to reinstall. Yeah, Master Emerald loves Guild Wars. But yes, I will definitely remember to sign that. So once again, I'll remind you guys, there's a petition there to get a writing category on Twitch. So pop into our general chat on our Discord and get it signed. I mean, if it does happen, I will be over the moon. But I'm kind of like emotionally prepared for it never to happen either, because I don't get my hopes up now. But here we go. I think everything's updated here. I think we've got all the correct character sheets in now. All our new updated ones. So I'm going to just double check. So these, if you haven't seen them yet, guys, that they are what our character sheets look like here. So if you are curious, feel free to have a read through them all, because they might spark some ideas for yourself, for your characters in the future too, if you haven't got them one done yet. So we will be adding to these character sheets now with our new ones, which are right here on our Trello page on this list. They've been sitting there for a while. So we have 11 there, if I can count properly. I think there's 11. So we'll be going through them in order. So first it's Fantasia, then it's David, then it's Master Emerald, then it's White Watts. So this will be our task for this week, to get as many done as possible. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. I might do the sprite first, the sprite and the avatar face set for each of them, and then do all their character sheets at the end. That might be an approach. Or I might do one of them completely one at a time. I'll see what works best, because I haven't decided yet. Also, guys, if you don't know, I am going to start being active on our Raindrop RPG Instagram. I've deleted all the old posts and I've started fresh. I've wrote a whole caption there. So I wasn't sure at first, but after posting this, I've decided, yeah, I'm going to go for it, because just from this post alone, I have had it has been way better than Twitter. Just this one post for me, for our project, this is better than how Twitter is. Twitter is pretty lame, in all honesty, and maybe I just don't use it properly. Maybe it's that, but like, I got like 5 followers just from this, and people actually liked and commented on it, and unlike Twitter. So there you go. I think that's worth like exploring Instagram. I'm going to put exclusive content on here as well that you won't see anywhere else. So keep an eye out if you're interested. So probably post something tonight as well. I'm going to post, yay. Categories pre-made. The Amazon Twitch acquisition Justin TV used to have a game list for everything they could think of, and users could add new ones. Oh, I mean, there's a retro category, isn't there, for retro old games, which I think is really good, because people aren't likely to type in some really old game. But if you just browse retro, then you get to see peeps playing those. There's an anniversary event going on. If you didn't know, they've added new skills for the 15th anniversary. Oh, hi Pooh. Gar Whisper, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Good to meet you. Twitter is pretty lame. Yeah, I can get a bit savage when I want to. I always do come here for the Twitter trolling too. I've got nothing against Twitter, like, it works brilliantly for some people, but it doesn't work for me that well. Maybe I'm just lacking the knowledge of how to use Twitter properly. Likely is that. But for some reason, I don't have any more knowledge about Instagram either at all. But I posted something and people have paid attention. So it's worked. Instagram is pretty cool. Twitter is not for us boomers, Rose Boomer me. I'm a boomer. But yeah, you'd think that Instagram would be more of a non-boomer, app. But yeah, I'm not a boomer, by the way, just in case anyone took that seriously. Twitter's algorithm is almost hostile now. Oh yeah, somebody I follow posted like a tweet about Twitter and how bad it's got, and I was like full on in there retweeting that, because it's true. There's all these randoms in your timeline now who you don't follow, and there's loads of tweets that you'd love to see from the people you follow that actually aren't even in the timeline. So it's gone really weird in my opinion. Sort it out, Twitter. We've been left behind by technology and now no longer caught, and should get off the internet and go live in old people's home. Yeah. It actively hides small users, and even if you are following someone, there's a good... Exactly, Ald. Exactly. And I'm just confused. I hope they do change it, because it's not very good for people of like me. I haven't had a single... It feels like in the last year, I've only had 10 new followers on Twitter. And just from one post on Instagram last night, I've had 5 followers. So what's going on? You know what I mean? It's weird. But I don't post as much on Twitter as I should. But that's why, in all honesty. That's why I don't post. Because I don't feel like I benefit from posting on Twitter. So my time's very precious to me. I got visit occasionally, but I don't live there. Super Forest Spirit, thank you so much for the follow. I like your name. It sounds very enchanting. We've got a forest in our game, by the way, at the moment. Oh Lord, here's me still only using Facebook as my main social media for my art projects. Well, Legmog, Facebook is meant to be really good for that sort of thing, actually, and I don't use Facebook, and sometimes I've wondered whether that's a bad thing, because I've heard that it's really good for some. But you know, it's not too bad, Facebook, don't you worry. It's effective in many ways, the whole Facebook page thing, so I've heard. Where's your Twitter? We could triple that. I've actually got a command here. So feel free to follow me, guys, if you'd like to. I mean, like I said, I don't post much because I don't feel I really benefit from posting on Twitter. So that's why I don't tend to post a lot. But I'm not going to say never. If Twitter does improve its algorithm and I'm feeling like, you know, then I might start being more regular on there. But yeah, I feel like since 2020 begun, I have only gained 10 followers, and those 10 followers was from a viral tweet that I had, and that was it. You know, my normal general tweets don't benefit me at all. Like, I don't get anybody noticed, so poor me, I'm having a pity party today. But I think people can relate to that, like Health says, lots of people don't get noticed in the timeline now, so I'm not on my own here. I know that for a fact, because I've seen friends and people I follow mention this themselves about Twitter. Okay, so let's get on with things, guys. I've really enjoyed the chats though, even though we haven't started properly yet. I absolutely stream for this reason, just to talk about stuff. And I probably will be working on stuff off stream related to this as well. So even if we don't get much done today, then I'll do stuff tomorrow and I'll show you guys on Wednesday's stream what I've done. Twitter tends to be useful for small posts and Facebook for more detailed. Oh, right. Yeah, Twitter seems to be good for thoughts, you know, random thoughts that people have written things. They're very quick and to the point. But they suck for images, in my opinion. Like the especially since Twitter updated the whole look recently in the last few months, it's got even worse for images because everything gets covered up. Like, you can only see a portion of the image, and it's like really bad because it used to be quite good. There was this big square that you could make use of that it showed off, but now it's all in this tiny little rectangle cropped, and it doesn't show off like anything that's image based to the fullest. And that's why Instagram, I feel, is better for people that have got very visual things to show off, for sure. Hello, how are you? Hi, you all, and Moses. How are you doing? I think I've said your name completely wrong, but forgive me. Welcome. It's good to meet you. I hope you're doing well and having a good start to your week. Got 12 disciples from Twitter, but then one of them doubted the great Legmog and sold me out to the Romans. I was pinned to the cross, but Legmog is Jesus. Oh my goodness. I never would have guessed. Direct Twitter follow link. Oh, thank you, Alt. Facebook algorithm prefers images which are 70% text, and Instagram also prefers posts with at least 3 emojis. Oh, that's interesting. It's always interesting to know how the algorithm works, isn't it? But yes, I'm kind of definitely gonna be, when it comes to social media, I'm going to be focusing more on Instagram rather than Twitter for the time being. But still follow me on Twitter though, of course. But I'm going to just see what it's like, because from just that post last night, which is literally a very boring post, it's only the Raindrop Chronicles logo, it still got me like 5 followers, and it got quite a bit of attention from people that don't have a clue about the project. So that's cool. I want people to know about Raindrop Chronicles. Of course I do. I'm proud of it. I'm glad you said it, Rose. I'm far too humble, just flat out come out with it. I always had a feeling there was something about you, Legmog. It makes complete sense now. You're Jesus Christ. I had a feeling. I should have known. I'll still follow you everywhere anyway. I'll thank you as well. I appreciate you being awesome. Thank you so much. Right, so let's... Fantasias then. So I do have... Fantasia is a major NPC. So what we're going to do is find the character sheet. Character sheets aren't done on Google Images. That's talking about Instagram, that is. They're not on Google Forms anymore. They're done directly through the website, and that form gets emailed straight to me. But these were filled in before the website was made, so we will have to go back here and look. So here's Fantasia. So let's have a little browse. A fairy. Antagonist. Ooh, it's always good to have more fairies in the game. We haven't got many in it so far. And this is all the personality stuff, which is always very interesting. I'm gonna just skip that and focus more on appearance for the time being though, because we're gonna make the sprite and face set first. I always like doing that first and then doing the character sheet after. So this is what Fantasia's filled in for appearance. So what we are going to do is open RPG Maker MV and do the character generator thing and try and get the character to look as close as possible to how Fantasia visions. So sometimes you might need to make an edit if necessary. So here we go, let's open the generator. And this is the kind of stuff what I follow. Yay, thank you for the clip, Leg Mug. I made a top-down pixel art RPG like in London Dare. Could you please, when you have time, take a look and criticise my art? I'm not a designer, but I love pixel art and would love to learn how to do it. Well, Moses, feel free to post your work in our Discord, because we have a creative work channel. And that is for everybody to look at, not just me. So you'll probably likely get more feedback if you post in the Discord, because that's viewable to every single person that's in the Discord. And we have over 250 people in there, so you'll have more eyes. And also because I'm quite busy, so you can't always guarantee that I'll have the time. I still have like 5 people to reply to the DMs of, which I feel really bad about because I want to reply to them, but sometimes time isn't on my side. But I try and I try to look at what's in the creative work channel as well, because I'm interested in what you guys do for sure. So feel free to post your stuff in there for sure. The more feedback the better, I'm sure. Okay, so female it is. But no pressure either, like if you'd rather not join the Discord, that's fine as well, because I know many people are in loads. But the option's there for anybody who wishes. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at the character form Fantasias on my other monitor, so it won't be viewable on stream. We'll keep the character generator up, but I'll go through everything it says. So Facia Moonstar is the name. I'm going to have to double check that that's the pronunciation with Fantasia, but I hope it is. So fairy. So first of all, let's give her those ears. Those are fairy ears, folks. These are elf ears. So that's the difference. Fairies have super long ones and elves are slightly shorter. So there we go. Which you can see anyway on the character forms. You can see that fairy's got the big ears. I also have wings, so we'll give some wings as well to her soon. I remember when I was doing a Neko for Silent and Lost's character, and I forgot to put ears on. The character. What epic fail! Sometimes it's the obvious things that you don't do. A Neko without ears. Just imagine. Okay. A pretty cool antagonist though, very different to the ones we've already got. This one's goal is to cause confusion and mayhem rather than all out domination or annihilation, so interesting one. The world is just ripe with people to use and create as much discord as possible. Using people who want to do evil from the simpler one to personal revenge, want to destroy things, makes my enjoyment greater. Okay. So skin colour. It's like the pinkish one. So which is that one. It's like pinkish tinge. What is the colour of your hair? Bright purple. Off we go then. And I don't think we've actually got the bright purple on our gradient. We did have it when we did Kung's character, but I got rid of it and put the default one back, but it's easy enough to do. All we do is this, folks. So let's open Photoshop. Did you have a good weekend? Hi Dark Knight, how are you doing? It's awesome to see you. It wasn't too bad. It's decent enough. How was your weekend? Oh, so who is this character you're making here? This is Fantasia's character, guys. So we're working on the appearance right now. That's going to be the first priority, and filling in the sheet with all the personality and traits and all that kind of thing will be the second job. So anybody who wants to see the order we're doing them in, it's on our Trello page under the character sheets to-do list. You're there, Legmog, you're there on the list. It's in order of who's submitted, so the people higher up are the ones that have been waiting the longest time. I deeply apologise for the long wait, but we're finally here. We're finally doing it. And Moonshadow, how you doing? It's good to see you. So yes, at the moment, let's find that gradient then. I've got to try and remember where I've put it, because I've put it somewhere. Here it is. So if I want to change the colours of, can you see the top right there? There's all these different colours. If I want to change those, I have to edit this file here. Because Fantasia's character wants purple hair, and we don't have the purple right now, but it's very, very simple to do. So the blue, we got blue, brown and white, so we've got to make sure we pick the right blue here. So it's this one. This is the section that we're working on editing. So for now, what I'm actually going to do is go over this blue and do the purple over this one. I'll probably have to make a few different gradient versions. That's probably the best thing to do, so I can easily switch between them. So there we go, there's our gradient. I've copied it, so all we have to really do is just change it to purple. So bright purple. Now Fantasia has actually given me a reference image. The link that they put in the sheet, which I let you do, it's right here at the bottom, add an URL reference image to show who you would like to look like, which is always good because it helps me get them to look how you want them to look. It was unfortunately broken, so I had to DM Fantasia and ask for another one, which is fine. We've got it now, so I'm gonna open that. And the actual one in the reference image is blue hair, so which is fine because you can't always get the ideal one. So most of the time the reference image is just a guide. It doesn't have to look just like that. But let's... So I actually think this purple here could work well. So we'll see how it looks. If we have to edit it, that's fine. But I'm going to save this, and I think we have to shut the generator to refresh it. So what I am going to do is save this so that we don't lose it. And we'll call it Fantasia. Hey Dwayne, how you doing, Moon? I hope you're doing good. How was your weekend? Hey Rose, do you want to be in the background of my pilot episode as an Easter egg? I'd be honoured. I'd be very honoured. You don't even have to ask my permission. You know I'd be honoured. I appreciate that. My goodness. I'm in Jesus Christ's game. It's been a rough weekend, but I'm still standing. Oh, Moon. Well, if you need to talk to us, if you need to vent at all, we have the shelter channel, which is perfect for that. So don't ever be afraid to do a good old vent in there. I've used it myself when I've had to. But we're here for you no matter what anyway. I hope you can have fun in our streams. Right, so I don't know if this will update just by switching the tabs. No, it doesn't. So I will have to close it and open it again. And it has updated now, as you can see. We've got purple there. So it is actually quite a pale purple. Rather than a normal purple. It's easy enough to change it, so all we have to really do is make it darker. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Takes a bit of experimentation sometimes to get the colour you want. We had to do that with Kungs because we weren't getting the exact purple for her either. Not that that purple's bad, but it's definitely more of like a pastel coloured purple rather than a bright purple. And that's a bit dull, and it's my fault for taking down the saturation. So let's, honestly, we just go back to before. I think all we need to do is we can turn down the lightness, but we will also up the saturation as well if we do that. Because we would risk making it look a little bit dull otherwise. But see, it's easy peasy. Like, all you have to do is edit that gradient file to your heart's content, and then you get the colour you want. Sweet, if you don't mind and if it's not too hard to do, just disable chroma key effect in your stream settings for like 10 seconds so we see the green behind you. I can screen touch you then if you want, strike some pose. Okay, let me find my webcam section. I'm bad at posing now, I'll admit that now. Can't pose, I always look awkward. Okay. Where is it? Is it? Yeah. Where? Hang on. I've got like so many different chroma keys that it gets confusing sometimes. There we go. I look super bright now I've done that. But that's the way I get my green screen to disappear. I probably look so... I can't pose for your leg mark. Is this good enough? I'll stay like this for 10 seconds for your leg mark. Oh, his ears were all bent. But if you don't want Mr. Bat, he can hide. Or you can just have Mr. Bat instead of me. Brilliant. Yay. Oh, good. You did it. I'm glad. Okay, so back to getting rid of our horrible green. Now I'm going to remember which one does the trick. There we go. No, that isn't it. There we go. Done. Yeah, I have to have like about 5 or 6 chroma key filter things because there's just so many different shades of green. So, the hassle of being a streamer, eh? But that was awesome. Yeah, I'm glad it worked. Still not the best purple. I wish I had Kung's purple. You know, I'm going to actually scour my files because I'm sure I've got Kung's purple somewhere. Because Kung's purple is a gorgeous purple for hair. And I believe that it's kind of the same purple that Fantasia wants. So, I would not have just not saved that anywhere, surely. Gradient P&G. I have to do a search. I might have found it. Okay, I found one somewhere. So I'm going to open this in Photoshop and see if this is the one. Thinking of getting a magenta version of a green screen, but only because I wear too much green. Don't fancy regular being a floating head. That's a cool idea because I've got some green things that I really like that I've never been able to wear on stream, which is unfortunate. There was even in the new Raindrop Chronicles shop, if you guys haven't seen that yet, it was launched last week. There's actually some green shirts in there, more green than ever, than any other colour actually, and I'm actually quite gutted that I wouldn't be able to wear those ones on stream because they've got green in them. But I can wear tomato and the blueberry one because I've not got green in them. I mean, I could always not have a green screen, but I love my green screen, so. You would make an amazing floating head mast. Okay, I'm rendering out 2-second sequence on my PC right now, which would take 30 years, but after it's done, I'll create a background asset with this and have Raindrop Chronicles under you. Well, I look forward to seeing it, Legmog. That sounds super exciting. So don't forget to shine. And yeah, I agree. Being a floating head can be fun for a bit, but maybe it could be, you know, a new thing on Twitch, the floating head streamer. Okay, so fingers crossed that this has got that purple on it. It has as well, I think. Oh no, it hasn't. I've got my hopes up. It's still the blue. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's going to be hard to recreate Kung's purple. It's going to just take a bit of fiddling. I was like looking at that one and thought, yeah, we got the purple, but that wasn't the one. Okay, so I'm going to get Kung's up in a tab. Kung's character. To be honest though, her purple's quite a soft purple rather than a bright purple, so I don't actually think it's going to be the exact purple anyway. Sometimes using selective colour is much better than doing the hue and saturation. I find the colour can come out a lot nicer on that, so we'll see that. Because I'm a fuss pot, guys. I want that purple hair to look beautiful. Grey purple hair. Fantasia's awesome character. Yeah, it's still more of a lilac. As you can see, guys, the vividness is perfect, but it's probably a little bit lilac. So if we can just darken that just a touch, that'll be perfect. Just be careful. Green is an industry standard because it's the only colour that is completely absent from human skin. Other colours can work, but your lighting will have to be incredible to make sure there are absolutely no shadows or other shades of magenta. Oh, that's true. Because your skin has a natural pinkish tone in it, doesn't it? So that's why green's picked, because it's like nobody's got green in their skin. Otherwise, they'd be like a goblin. Goblins would have to, you know, have magenta screens though. Or reptiles, even. Your character Rex, he couldn't use a green screen if he was a streamer with his green face. He'd be invisible. Or Mask could just get a conventional green screen and change her identity from Masked Emerald to Hooded Sapphire, and blue can be her main colour. True that, you know, could work if Masked Emerald's up for that. Could also get old blue Chroma skin. Yeah, blue's another one. Like, you don't really have blue in your skin, do you? So blue could technically work. Just don't make sure you've got no blue tops. Sometimes I wear blue tops and they're invisible because I've put them on, and they're sometimes invisible because it's so close to green. But sometimes I've had to mess around with the settings and colours, and I've managed to get it working because I really like some of my blue tops. See, that's a streaming community victimising goblins. Equal right for goblins. Oh no, goblins are adorable, much more cute than humans, that's real. Do not get me wrong at all. I am all for the green screen cuties pies. But, you know, they couldn't use green screens because, you know, it's a shame. I feel like, you know, they've been rejected from the streamer community because they wouldn't be able to have a green screen like us. Digital camera CCDs are far more sensitive in the green range, so they can, yeah. Love these new identities for Masked. Yeah, we've been thinking of all these identities for Masked, and she doesn't even know. Oh, she's here now. She knows. True, hadn't thought about the skin colour thing name. The name is to do the character I have, and which will be my first book, so I'm not changing it. We're coming up with all these names without your permission. How dare we? They are very creative, though. That's for sure. But good luck. I hope you get it working so you can wear your awesome green tops and clothes, Masked Emerald. Okay, if we do this, I think that purple might be perfect. I hope so. I'm just changing the gradient again, guys, so we can get the purple to be a bit deeper rather than a lilac. And honestly, doing the character look, like making sure the colours and the hair and everything looks perfect and matches up to what the community member wants, it is actually the most time consuming part with this. Doing the actual character sheet isn't too hard at all. So I'm thinking of doing that first, like on streams we do the visual look of the characters, because that's the fun bit, but it's also the hardest and most time consuming bit, so it'll be good to get that bit done and over with. Again, I'm being a fuss pot and I'm just editing it a little bit more. I know exactly the purple we want. Just getting it, because seeing the gradient is not enough sometimes. You have to see it on the character. I think that's okay if it was a little bit more vivid. So oh, that's interesting. Eld knows their stuff, that's for sure. Concealed Crystal, Veiled Violet. I love those alliterations. Love names with the same letter in them. There's a reason why I'm Rose Rainblood, because I liked the RR. It sounds good, it's catchy. Hi Eulogy Master, how you doing? It's good to see you. How have you been? Gonna lie, last couple of days has been way too rough. So sorry, I'm not sorry. Oh, you're forgiven, Moon. Those days happen. Don't feel bad. If you need your alone time, then that is fine. And we just hope you get better soon, Moon. And if you need to vent, then come to us. Take care. Hang in there for sure. Everybody give Moon some hugs, okay, chat? Give Moon lots of hugs. Might do some tests with the fabric already in the house before I get anything. Yeah, that's actually smart, because then you know for sure if all the colours are going to work, if you can test on some pieces of fabric first. Good luck, Master Emerald. How dare you joke, of course. I hope you get some wonderful relaxation times. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us though and coming to the stream. I appreciate that. I think we're getting there. Sort of. I'm always very fussy when it comes to colours and things. But what I'm going to do first, we're going to get the rest of the character done first. And if I still feel the hair's not the purple we want, I'll make another adjustment after. So let's have a I'm going to have a little browse again at the sheet. So it is long. The hair, so we'll have a look at all the long hairstyles we've got so we can see the choice. I am going to base it on the reference image we've got as much as possible though. This is the reference image, guys, the kind of look Fantasia's going for with the character. So we'll see what hairstyles resemble that one. So long, a scar across my right eye, up and down. Purple eyes as well. A white Vega from Street Fighter 2 mask. Okay, so I assume that's like that, except it'd be white rather than red. Cool. So I'm going to look at a reference image of Street Fighter mask, so just to make sure. So let's make the eyes purple first of all. And we got a lot of choice with eyes. I mean, unless the person who I'm making the character of is here in stream, I kind of let them have the say for the eyes. But if not, I just pick. Or chat can help me pick. They can be like, oh, those look like cool eyes. So you guys feel free to have your say as well. But let's get the... I mean, she's an antagonist, this fairy. Oops, we got to give her the fairy ears. We can't forget. She's an antagonist, you know. So she's not going to look super innocent or anything. She's going to have a bit of an evil look to her. Sometimes the mouth and eyebrows can help with that as well. I mean, look, they look a bit scary. We'll put some eyebrows, mouth and stuff. But let's look at what hair we've got. We want to at least explore all the long hairstyles we've got. And also, ignore the battle sprite on the left because we won't be using that asset. We'll only be using the face asset and this sprite one here below it. These battle assets are specifically for playable characters because they're the assets we use when they're in battle. But that's for their dialogue boxes and like anything like when we need to use their avatar in the menu, etc. if they are a playable character. And this one is just for the map. Also, I have to find some good clothes as well for her. So I'm going to look again at that reference image. So we have that long hair. We've got that one if we want to go a bit spiky. We can also change up the bangs as well. We don't have to have the bangs we've got. Seems either that one, that one, that one, or that one. Those are our longest do's. Also, got to make sure we got the right skin complexion as well. It is that one. Eyebrows. I'm giving her the angry brows just because she's an antagonist. Give her a bit of fearsome glare. Legomog trying to use the adorable little dinosaur emote. Are you jealous, Legomog? Because I have it too. Old theatre tech with an obsession with learning things every day. I mean, it's fun to both useless and vaguely useful trivia. Well, we appreciate that. Sometimes it goes way over my head because I'm not technical at all. But we do appreciate it. We need people like you. So what's the story of Fantasia? Not the film, the character. I love how you've spelt it with an F. Fantasia spells it PH, which is great. But yes, she has a fat character sheet out, you guys will see everything. But to give you a summary, she is a fairy antagonist that wants to cause confusion and mayhem. Which is very different to the antagonists we've got so far, because the current antagonists either want to dominate and control or want to annihilate. So she's one who doesn't want to do either of them. She's more about the chaos and just being a bit of a, she likes causing commotion and discord and all that sort of thing. And there's more to her, of course, which you'll see when the character sheet's done. I guess if they want a Vega from Street Fighter style look, I imagine the eyes would be kind of squinty cat eyes with a real piercing, sassy kind of vibe for sure. So, I mean, we could go for better eyes. They still look like friendly eyes. I mean, some of the squintier ones like this could be better. I mean, yeah, so we've got this lady here as a reference image, but you can barely see her eyes because the mask covers them up. Whereas if we have a mask in RPG Maker, it still will probably show the eyes. We'll have to look at the masks that we've got available for sure, because we don't even know. Sometimes we have to make the best of the assets we've got because we don't always have, you know, the thing. Sometimes I do edits if we have to, but we'll see. Also, let's just take the clothes off. She's naked. Don't ban me, Twitch. She's only showing neck. It's fine. It's no big deal. Okay, so what do you think of these eyes, guys? Like, we got them and we've got these. I mean, there's some of the small ones as well. I mean, they're quite squinty and could work. But then we get the larger eyes, and I think as we get the eyes get larger, the friendlier she starts to look. And we want to give her that very, like you say, sassy, fearsome vibe for sure. And I know that we got eyes up here as well, but in all honesty, the ones here in the middle, especially the ones with the D on them, are better looking because they're actually not the default ones either, so it just gives the character a bit of a unique look. Whereas these are the default RPG Maker assets, and they kind of look very anime and a bit exaggerated in all honesty. Whereas these eyes here look far more believable. Nothing wrong with the anime eyes, but I like these ones. I just assumed I could copy paste the emote. Booba you. I think the eyes which are kind of like slanted, as in kind of angry, badass, piercing. Right, so I've got to know which ones they are. So we've got a 1. That's number 1. That's number 2. And that was number 3. I think they were the ones I shown on the screen. Now, unless there's others, maybe there was. Feel free to tell me if it's none of them. And of course, I love Lego Market. Anybody else, I appreciate you guys actually giving me feedback here, because it's very helpful, you know, when we're creating the characters, so we can get them to look absolutely awesome. Because sometimes I do a blank and I'm like, oh no, what look should we go for? And it does help having the character form, don't get me wrong, because it's very specific and like with what the look is, especially when we get a reference image. But sometimes we still have to pick when it comes to eyes, nose and mouth, and that we haven't got that super specific on the form, say what eyes or what nose. So that's all our decision, that part is. The one that's selected now to the far right of it, that's got potential too, I think. The far right, this one here, that one, I'm clicking that because that is the furthest on the right, so I hope I'm correct there. That's the one, yeah, they're like very cat-eyed, aren't they? So I was particularly like picking the very slanty ones, but that definitely has an evil look for sure. Let's and I don't think we've used those eyes on any of our characters so far either, which is always good because they feel a bit more unique then as well. So if we're going to pick a nose, what do you guys think? Like sort of slim nose with a bridge, or a little cute button nose? I always think one with a bridge would suit someone who's got more of a sharper, fierce look. Oh gosh. Dwarf noses. Which, if you was a dwarf, that'd be perfect. I think that nose works well for her face. Something as close to a generic anime kind of nose. I suppose they're all anime noses in a way, aren't they? There is a sort of anime visual look RPG Maker has, in a way. That could work. That's kind of the halfway point between one with a strong bridge and one that's just a little cute button nose. Why am I touching my nose as I'm saying that? Also, mouth now. Now, the thing with the mouths is that they will change anyway because I make use of expressions. But I kind of try and keep the mouth similar when it comes to expressions. So, for example, if we pick one that has got lips, I'm unlikely to have one that doesn't have lips in another expression. I like to keep consistent. So I guess that's the choice. Well, we're not going to have vampire teeth for her, obviously. So we got a choice between her being someone with lips, like very visible lips, or somebody who doesn't really have lips. I mean, that one's lips. I mean, there's one with lipstick as well. Though we haven't really got other expressions for that one, but, you know, there could be others out there on the online that we could always add, not a problem. And sometimes doing an edit never hurts. There's something that gives her a sort of that kind of badass female look when there's lips, but she's going to be wearing a mask, so whether she shows her lips, we don't know. You know, if she's going to have a full-on mask, it might not matter, but who knows? You don't know. Maybe the mask could be ripped off her face at some point in the story, which would mean that we'd need to have lips there, just, you know, in case it does. So it's always good to just plan anyway, just in case. But we're going to have to look at the masks we have available because we might not have a full face mask like the reference image, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. And also, I think Fantasia wanted a white one. Yeah, a white Vega from Street Fighter 2 mask. I'm actually going to do a Google of that, see what we've got. Because I haven't really played Street Fighter before, so I need to make sure I know what I'm doing here. So this is Vega, right? So this is the mask we're looking at here, I assume. Something that's white and is as much full face as possible. And we have this as a reference image. This is a red one, but it's got that same look. This actually makes the forehead visible, this one does. So it seems Fantasia doesn't mind and is flexible about it. As long as it's that kind of look, as much as close as possible. So let's have a look and see our accessories then, guys. Let's see what we've got. Top right, I think, has potential. Oh, was that about the noses? Yeah, that was the one I'd clicked on first, actually, and I liked that one because it was very sharp. And there's something about sharp noses that just add to that villainy. Maybe that's cliche, but it does work. It does help. But we don't know. The nose might get covered up by the mask anyway. Also, we've got to give her wings, but we'll do the wings and clothes after. We'll get that mask on first. So we actually have a Plague Doctor mask, which isn't what we want. We have that. That could, look at that one. We have, let's just have a look at every single mask we've got first. Because there's quite a few actually. So we have that one. I mean, I don't like how we've got, I don't know if they work on the fairy. With the fairy ears, that brown bit there. That looks pretty cool, but it doesn't cover up the nose and mouth. This one covers the entire face. Let's change it to white. I think we might need to use the gradient now to get the white we want, because that's the palest, but it's more of a grey. Ghost. Raindrop was the name of a program I started with the Central Intelligence Agency to trick users to click on a link so we can get their home address without alerting the service provider. Well, that's pretty scary, Ghost, I have to say. Like, You know, tricking people is not a nice thing to do, is it? Especially when it's private information. Rose mannerism number 5, 105 stars. You can tell Rose is excited about what she's talking about when she grabs a hold of her pigtails and pulls them out. Yeah, that. Good Lord, Gospers the Patriot actor, yeah. Trickery. Trickery and deceit. You should be a villain in this game too. Wow, that's mean of me to say, but villains are cool. Don't be offended. Villains are awesome. You gotta have villains in a story. Also, I call BS on Ghost. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Rex. And of course, Rose mannerism number 1, who knows? Okay, guys, so what are your thoughts on our masks that we've got here? So, Fantasia specifically stated a white Vega from Street Fighter 2 mask, which is this. Am I right? Anyone in chat here played Street Fighter? Because I am clueless. But judging by Google Images, this is the Vega Street Fighter 2 mask. It's a full coverage mask with only the eyes visible. And that looks like what we've got here, in all honesty, guys. Am I correct? I think she looked pretty cool in the sprite one, if you ask me. Very, very scary, but badass. And we can't see her beautiful, gorgeous face anymore, but, you know, who knows where the story leads. Maybe at one point we'll have to unmask her like Scooby-Doo, and then we'll see the face underneath. So, oops, sorry guys, I'm very clumsy sometimes. Forgive me. That mask is definitely the closest to Vega. I'm glad we got one. Very glad. Very glad indeed. I have, and also watched the Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter film many times. The greatest film in cinema history. Yay! So I'm very glad that we've got Legmog in chat, because Legmog knows Street Fighter, so he can keep me in line and make sure I don't go too off track with this mask. I love that mask though. I hope that somebody gets to wear that one in the future. So as you can see, the good thing about this generator is we do have quite a bit of flexibility when it comes to masks, and luckily we did get the mask we wanted. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to alter the colouring slightly, because it isn't 100% white. There's a bit of grey to that, but we'll do that afterwards. So I'm going to just go through everything again and make sure we've got everything we meant to, and we haven't missed anything important out on this sheet, because we don't want to make the mistake I did with Silent and Lost Cat character, the Neko, who I completely forgot to do the ears of. So yes, let's go through it again. You're forgiven this time, Rose, so long as it never happens again, or Jesus Christ will, you know, will punish me and I'll be sent to hell. I better behave. So yes, pink skin, that's correct. Bright purple, long. Oh yeah, did we decide we wanted those bangs? I don't know if we did we? We just decided the hair now. I'm not so sure about the straight hair. Let's look at the bangs first, because look, I want to get it as close to Fantasia's reference images as we can. If we look at her, she has these bangs that kind of stick up. They're not flat like mine. So we'll have a look and see if we've got anything like that. Ooh. Some of these are super fancy. They actually look pretty cool with the mask, some of these. And there are some like sticking up bangs. I guess it just depends which one we like best. Is that one? Feel free to say, chat, if you think, oh gosh, that's awesome. If there's any that you're like, yeah, that's so cool. So this is, again, I'll get the, she's got sticking up bangs right there. So personally, I mean, if no one here has any in mind, there's them and there's them here. Pretty much the, I mean, that's a sticking up one as well. That could work. Forgot what it looked like. Let's get it up again. Let's zoom in as well. There she is. D far right look promising to me. Let's have a look. So that one there, I assume you mean that one because that's the sticking up one on the far right. But yes, what does she look like without the mask? I'm curious now. Let's have a look. Wow, what a badass. She looks like someone you wouldn't invite round for dinner. Otherwise she might murder you in your sleep. That one, yeah. So, right, so you wouldn't think, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell at all, would you? What she was like with that, without the mask on. It's a complete mystery. So, just gonna go through the form and have a look if there's anything else important. Purple eyes, you can't really, I mean, it's hard to tell anyway under the mask, the eyes. I'll have a look at the other purple and see if we got the best one. Scar across my eye, right up and down ways. Okay, so although we won't see the scar because of the mask, obviously we want it there. For if the mask isn't showing. So just for a sec we'll take the mask off and get that scar in. And these are the facial marks. So let's have a look what we've got. So I think Lantasia said the right eye, yeah, so that's that one. Up and down ways. I'm a little bit lost on the descriptive wording, but that's a straight one, the one that we had just, but that might be the closest one we've got. I mean, we've got, that's kind of a triple scratch. We got that one, and we've got what's the difference between those two? That one just slightly more bent at an angle. Hi, this is RPG Maker. Hi Butch, how you doing? It is indeed. We're making some community characters today. Trying to get them to look awesome. So we're looking at our form. Reading what is the one. Well, welcome to stream. How you doing? So yeah, purple eyes. I think that's everything. Scar across my right eye, up and down ways. I'll be showing Fantasia these images anyway. I'll be sending them in a DM before it's confirmed and put up on social media. So, now, purple. Those are both purple, so it depends on, I guess, the purple that's the best and looks best with the mask. So let's get that mask back on. Okay, so clothes and wings now. Fairy wings, because she's a fairy, so we'll get them wings first. Now, Finchfish is the only other fairy we've got in the game so far. Let's just have a peep at her sheet. So she has, yeah, those are the wings. And I don't think, did I ask on the sheet what colour wings, or was that not a question? Yeah, I don't think I do, because obviously not everybody's a fairy, so that question wouldn't be relevant. But I have the section in, is there any distinguishing features? So if there is, people would say that. So, I think we can pick. So Finchfish has a matches with the hair colour. I think that's kind of a good thing, like consistent thing to do to keep the wings matching with the hair colour. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Clothes. Okay, let's look at the reference image again. So there's a skin tight outfit here. If we can go with that look as close as possible, that would be pretty awesome. So let's see what we've got. So something ninja style. Skin tight ninja. Anything close to that if we can. And it is a full body cover, so I'm more inclined to pick something that, you know, is full body covered and as tight as possible. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have to get super close to the screen, guys, because I want to see properly. Yeah, we've got all the dresses at the top. I mean, that one could always work. Just getting the same feel for the character, like so, as close as possible in style. And that would obviously mean no flowy stuff. No dresses or flowy stuff, so... So that is a skin cover one. There's a couple of ways we could go about it. We could go for something more like that. That does show the arms though. We could go for something that fully covers from like the neck. Or we could go for something like that, which isn't full body coverage, but it is quite tight and feels like, you know, it fits the look. So I'm gonna look at some Street Fighter stuff and see like the neck area, what actually fits that style most, because yeah, it seems that Fantasia's character is very Street Fighter inspired. I'm not sure who this lady is. Is she from X-Men? Sprint. I don't think it was stated what colour clothes, so I think we've got freedom there with what we give. So something that could go well with this look for the character, I would say, keeping consistent with the white or throwing in a bit of purple maybe, because of the hair colour. I'm still torn between that outfit and, where is it? That one. No, not that one. Where's the full body one? That one. I mean, a dark colour could work too. I wish that it had proper white in the gradient thing, but I could always add that on the gradient PNG file. Just trying to think what colours would really work well with the purple hair. And this mask will be changed white, by the way, so don't be swayed by the grey, because that will be changed to white. How does this look without the mask? Because I'm curious. I want to make sure she looks as good in the outfit without the mask on as well. I think she looks pretty cool. That definitely fits the part when you see her without the mask on. I'm going to just read through the personality as well, because I want to make sure that the look is consistent with the personality we've got. So, to cause confusion and mayhem, the world is right with people to use and create as much digital as possible, using people who want to do evil from the simple of wanting pressure event, wanting to destroy things makes my enjoyment greater. So she's apathetic, pessimistic, deceitful, controlled, cautious, narrow-minded, reserved and rebellious. Oh, she has a secret lord. The will means nothing to me. I only enjoy seeing and using others to care as much discord and strive for us. So praise my secret lord. Cool. Yeah, I think the feel we've got for her is pretty good. I'm kind of do like the dark clothes. I want to see them the other clothes in those colours as well. Not that one. Oh, that one's good, but what's the other one? That one? I think the other one just looks more mysterious as an outfit, you know, the one with the neck covered up. I'm definitely drawn to that one the more I see it, so. We have one that shows the arms and one that doesn't. But the reference image has the arms covered, so I'm inclined to go for that one. I don't think there's a cloak or anything like that. No, everything's pretty skin tight. Okay, so I think we've made good progress with this character. What I am going to do now is I'm going to kick save this, because I'm at the point that I'd like to show Fantasia the character before I make the character sheet. So this will get saved. I'm going to show Fantasia with the mask and without it, but I am going to change it to a white one now. I think that's important to do. But I want to move on to some of the others, because we've got some other characters to do. We've got 11 characters on our list, so I think it'd be super cool if we could spread out all those 11 characters over the course of the week, so that we do like three or four on one day, 3 or 4 on Wednesday, and then 3 or 4 on Friday. And so we've at least shown everybody over the course of the week that needs doing. So this is 100% saved, I hope. Yep. So we don't lose it, and we will look at the next person's character now. So let's have a look at who is next on our Trello list. It is Dava, and then it's Masked Emerald. So hopefully we can fit both those guys in today. I think that'd be pretty cool if we could. And then when they're done, I can send a DM over to them and say, "Are you guys okay with this character then?" So David's character, I believe, is a major NPC, so let's go to our form and check. Yes, Dava is here, so let's go through until we see Dava's character. Here we go. So, I'm going to go on a quick BRB, guys, because we're starting to, I think it's a good point now, just as we're about to start a new character, to go BRB. I will not be long. See you all soon. guys, I am still here in case you wondered. I'm just going to pop to get a drink because I'm actually pretty hungry and getting some almond milk will fill me up a bit. So just give me like 60 seconds. I just wanted to let you know because I've been on, my BRB has been pretty long. That's lovely though, giving the audience a place on stage in a game. Awesome, thank you guys. Yeah, it's for certain community members. If they've been like a loyal community member, I like to reward them and give them the option to make a character in the game. Of course, I can't make that option available for every single person that comes in the stream because otherwise it would be a lot to keep up with, you know. It'd get very, very hectic. So to keep things in control, it's all on the website anyway. What you need to do to be a character, you need to collect stream currency, and it says it all on the website. So I'm going to give you guys a command from my website just so you know, if anybody's curious and does want to have a look. So yeah, that's what we're doing this week. We're just catching up on some of our list of characters, which is right here on our Trello page, because I've not been like keeping up with them because I've been doing so much other stuff related to the actual game development. So I thought it'd be good to actually get those done this week. And then next week we're going to be working on some battle stuff. We kind of do lots of things here. We vary it up as often as possible, just because that's fun and it keeps it fun for me as well. Right guys, I'm going to just quickly get my drink then. I won't be long at all, and then we'll get David's character done, and we'll have a maybe Masked Emerald as well. I think we'll get time hopefully to do that. So see you in a second, folks. Hello, I'm back again. Okay. Hi guys, I'm here again. So, right. So let's go through David's form. We'll zoom in a bit so you guys can see the text. So David is actually going to be himself in our game. He's called himself David. I allow you guys to be whoever you want. If you want to have a completely different name, if you want to change your gender, if you want to, you know, you can be whatever. You don't even have to be yourself. But some people actually want to be themselves in the game, which is awesome as well. So human, ally, a former member of the military who has retired to a nearby mountain. Awesome. Dave is a war veteran. And I like how he's mentioned a location as well, because then whenever we are by a mountain, it gives the perfect opportunity to introduce him to the story. Time in the Sun is ending. His goal now is to aid the next generation of heroes with guidance, advice and equipment that he produces from a forge on the mountain if they prove themselves worthy. Oh, cool. So he'll be like, you know, someone who sells us some good stuff. There's a little bit of wisdom for us as well. So that's cool. Melancholy, optimistic, honest, controlled, reckless, open-minded, reserved, traditional, emotionally exhausted, being forgotten. Paladin is old and knows that he's going to die relatively soon, no, but he doesn't want to die for nothing in a corner somewhere. Oh no, he can't die. Paladin only picked up blacksmithing after the love of his life passed away. She was a blacksmith before him, and he used to love to sit and watch her work. She forged the full plate armour that he still wears this day, and it's a little banged up because he refuses to do any work on it, fearing that it will tarnish her legacy. That's really cute. There's a love story there, and who knows? I mean, we could slot that in somewhere. Paladin is known to the local townsfolk, who kindly refer to him as the old man of the mountain. Oh, he's even got himself a sort of reputation and a name for himself. That's cool as well, because we can talk about it, refer to him as that, the NPCs, before we even meet him. So then when we do meet him, you know, he'll be like this figure that we've heard about from the people, and it just makes it even more epic rather than it being some random Tria. I still call you Tria, but it is Try. You're getting those raindrops. Are you excited to make your character try? Bard sing tales of his escapees with his friends and allies, but they've all passed on, and he's the only one left from his old crew. No, he will refused to join the hero on their quest, insisting that my time in the sun is over, friend. It's your age now. Leave the past in the past. He sounds like a real badass. Like I think we're missing that kind of character. Like, you know, like looking through our list, that is someone. I mean, Azrael's character kind of fits that sort of thing as well in some ways, with him being that military character, but in a different way, because it's still, it seems like, yeah, he's Dave is definitely more, it's in his past, whereas Azrael's still facing it to this day, and that's it's awesome. Okay, so now we're on to appearance now, so that's what we're going to focus on. But I like to look through the personality, just because when you're doing their appearance and their look, you want it to match up with them as much as possible personality wise, so it's always good to just say. Really like this character concept, a hero from years past. I do too, and I like how there's things that have been left open, a bit like his old love. We know that he's dead now, and that she was a blacksmith herself. And you know, I always like slotting these characters in somewhere, even if they're not around in the present day anymore. Maybe that character affected the past in other areas of the game and story, because, you know, it'd be cool if she had a purpose as well as just being David's love. Who knows? that's my catchphrase. Who knows? Okay, so, but yeah, I like it too. Try. What is the colour of your skin? Okay, so let's get our character generator open. So we've saved Fantasia's character now, so we're safe to 100% close it and start the next one fresh. And I'm going to prove to you that it's saved, because I want to prove to myself that it's saved as well. There we go, she's saved. So we just we click load settings, open it up, and there she is. So, because as soon as you shut the generator down, it goes back to default completely, so you need to make sure you save. Right, so let's do him then. So he is a man. I'm pretty sure. Well, we know he's a man. He's a human male. So yes, we've already got human ears. We're all good there. His skin colour is the default one, I believe. So that's that one. What is the colour of your hair? He's grey. Oh, he's actually an old man as well. He's got grey hair. Like, he is full on past it. And, like, sadly it says he's ready to die. And I don't like that because we don't want him to die. He's our precious grandfather figure. We haven't even met him yet, but he will be. Okay, so grey hair. So we've got a silver fox sort of look with that one. So I guess it depends. Do we want to go for the grey or should we go for the white? I mean, David does say grey. So I feel like we should go for grey because he'd have said white as the hair colour otherwise. Or silver. So we'll have the grey. So hairstyle, short. Now, let's get rid of these bangs for now. We'll see what short do's we've got. Now, there is a lot of long styles in RPG Make because it's very partial to that look, but we do have some short. We've got very, very short there. That's short. That could work for him. I think the one with the little, what do you call them? What's the word for those? I know there's a proper word that you call those sticking out. There's something more youthful about that sort of look. So it's probably good to go for that one, I'd say. I'd say that's a good short look for our cool older guy. Multiple facial scars from his long years of heroism and service. Could even add an eye patch if you think it'd look cool. Definitely needs a long beard. Yes, let's give him a beard. Let's give him some scars and his beard then first, and we'll see the eye patch after. We could do it so we got both. Sometimes he's got the patch on, sometimes it's off. So, beard. But we should give him some eyes and mouth and nose as well. So I'm kind of inclined to want to do that first because we don't want him to just have the default eyes. So what was his personality so we can match the eyes up as close as possible to him? He's emotionally exhausted. He's reserved. And he's honest. And he's melancholy, you know, so tired eyes. Tired, sad eyes. Maybe might suit this guy. Those eyes look pretty tired. I feel like he needs to have friendly eyes though because he's nice. We don't want him to look scary or anything. He looks a bit like Hank the Barrel with those eyes, you know. I think those are Hank's eyes. Maybe I'm mistaken, but they're pretty close. No, they're Hank's eyes, those ones. I know now for sure. Oh, I could be so indecisive about his eyes. I'm kind of going to wait for him to have his beard. And we can make better judgment then of the eyes he should have. But these could be a good starting point. Oh, yeah. All those. Wow, some of those brows. Very bushy. The smaller ones look friendly. These eyes here, quite cute, aren't they? He could suit those. I was kind of torn between those two, but they look a bit more fierce. These eyes here, don't they? But these close together, small ones. Look, if those are the ones you meant, that is. And welcome back, by the way. How are you doing, Aku? Good to see you again. I hope you're having a good start to your week. Yeah, sometimes I can think someone means something and then they're like, no, I meant those ones. And I'm like, oops. So I'm glad I got that one right. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. We're having a character day. We're catching up on some of our community character sheets that have been on the list to do for a while. So I'm very glad we're taking this week to get those done. It's been a long time coming. So let's pick a nose for him. You know, we got to make him look like a lovable old guy, you know, like everybody's favourite grandpa. You can't have anything like fierce about him or intimidating. He's got to absolutely be a sweetheart. And the nose is hard because we do have these noses, but as you can see, these are for dwarves. So I'm not going to, they are pretty dwarfy, like they don't, I was going to think this could look all right on him, but they actually don't, because you need you need to be a dwarf. So, but maybe that nose. I want something that, you know, he needs to look kind of, you know, what's the word? Not haggard. I don't think that's a complimentary word, but you know, like he's been through stuff, you know. He's not Mr. Clean. He's a war veteran, and he's going to have scars on his face as well, so. And he's going to have a beard, so his look will be completely different once he's got that beard. The beard might cover up his mouth a bit as well. I mean, he's melancholy, so he looks angry like that. I feel like a normal straight mouth would suit him well. But not one that's too stern or stoic. Maybe something like that, maybe. But it'll be covered up when he's got his beard, probably. And I still don't know about the brows. I went for those brows because they gave more of the older, like sort of, you know, he's lived kind of look, rather than the young, youthful brows. Like he looks far too clean and like that. You want to give him that old and worldly look. That one looks good. It fits the face. Oh, which one, Master Emerald? Want to make sure we get the right one, that's for sure. I appreciate the feedback, guys, because it's always good to know I'm on the right track with picking the features, because the character forms themselves are quite detailed, but some things like the eyes and that I have to decide, so I always want to make sure I pick the right ones. The nose he currently has, yeah, I'm glad. I think out of all the noses that we're looking at here, this is the best one for an older guy, because the others are just very youthful and cute, you know, very sort of anime cute, and we want to make sure he doesn't have that look. He's our granddad. Well, he's not literally our granddad, but he's going to be that sort of figure. Brows work too. Yeah, I'm glad I'm picking the right ones. And you're next on the list, Master Emerald, which is awesome. I'd love to fit you in today, but it depends how like time consuming Dave's character is. But we will be carrying on tomorrow, guys. Well, not tomorrow, Wednesday, because we stream Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So, but what I am going to do anyway, even if you're not around, I will throw a DM to everybody when we're done. So Dave will get a DM, and so will Phantasm, and so will you, and so will everyone else. Scaly Star, just popping in to say hello on my lunch break. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. And I hope everything's going well at work on your lunch break. Hope the day's treating you well. We're doing good here. We're doing some characters today. We're getting those character sheets slowly ready to be finalised. Some people have been like, well, we're on Davis' character now, actually, and Scaredy knows Davis, so we're in the middle of making him. So let's give him his beard, and then we'll give him his scars after. I think we're all right with his facial features, aren't we now? And as for ears, yes, we've got... So it looks like, I mean, those are dwarf ears. So we won't be giving him those. But it does look like we've got a slightly larger ear here. But, I mean, I'm fine with just normal human ear. I don't know if I've given anyone the big ear yet. But we'll see what he looks like after when we've given him the beard. Oh my goodness. So... we got lots of choice. Beard, moustache. I think having the beard and moustache will be a good look for him. Did he say long beard? Let's have a look at his sheet again. Grey hair, short hair. Yes, we've got that. Long beard. So yes, it's not a short beard, it's a long one. So we got quite a few choices of beards here. A lot of them weren't in the generator by default. So a lot of these were extra resources that I seeked. Just gives us far more choice. So we've got, looking at our long beards, we've got this one with the bushy moustache. We've got, that one's a bit more... I mean, he's kind of, I'd say he's a humble guy. We've given that beard to the king because it felt like really fancy. But I'd say that this guy's a humble guy, judging by what we know of him so far. So, and this is our wizard's beard. That's super long. That's very wizardy. So I'm thinking either that one or that one. So the only difference is the moustache is kind of separate on that one, and that one's more attached. I think I like the moustache personally, but maybe you guys feel differently. Maybe you like the one without the moustache. I think there's something charming about the moustache. That's a nice beard, yay! Ooh, 369. You're doing well, Skylar. Yeah, it is a nice beard, isn't it? I think I like that one. Yeah. Okay, so scars. Also, let's just take his clothes off because they're a bit distracting. Seeing him all cloaked up. You know, it can be distracting from the overall look when he's got clothes on that aren't at all suitable for who he is. So, we'll take those off. Don't ban us, Twitch. But then again, Twitch aren't bothered about male nipples, are they? Gandalf the Greybeard was cool. Yeah, we actually have a wizard character in our game, guys. A sorcerer, if you've seen him. It's right here, a Swedish Beards character. And this is him. How cool does he look? He's actually a playable character person. So whenever he's got a part in the story that fits in, he'll no doubt be brought in. So yes, I do love that. Don't get me wrong, I would totally be tempted to give this guy that beard too, but I don't know whether it just looks too wizardy. Like this guy, I think that beard looks cool on him too. Let's have a look again. I mean, I'm up for Hit Chat's opinions, of course. If you guys think this beard is the thing for him, feel free to say in chat. Or if you think this beard is more his thing. Like, this is an old veteran war guy who used to be in the military, who now lives in the mountains alone. He's a blacksmith. So, you know, we want to make sure we get the feel as much as possible. He looks good like this too, yeah. So feel free to say chat. I mean, I'm going to carry on as we are, but if anybody's like, no, wizard beard, then I'll have a look again. But we'll put his scars on first, because so facial marks, because his scars are going to make him look a lot more like he needs to. Look, he's embarrassed. So these are more just painting marks. So those aren't what we're after. We do have a lot of choices of scars. Also, we can make him look older as well by giving him like sort of old person. Old person, I feel really bad saying that. Like, you know how you get the marks there under your eyes? That could be a good idea for him, considering he's getting old. He might look a bit smooth faced, you see, without that. So I think that's the only one we've got. I mean, actually no, we got more choice here, and I think it's probably better to do it this way, because we need room for the scars. But here we go, guys. We can full on make him look older. Completely forgot that we had these faces. So I think that could be a good one. But wow, we sport for choice here. That looks a bit much, I think. Don't look a bit. So that one. I mean, we're still going to add the scars, so on top of this, but this all just really helps him look like an aged dude. Shorter beard suits a blacksmith better. Yes, blacksmith worthy under eye lines. Yes, yeah. That's definitely what I was thinking. Don't get me wrong, that beard, that super long beard, I was very tempted. But then I think, yeah, we've got our wizard character. That doesn't mean that others can't have that beard either. I'm sure if it fits their character, we'll give it to them. It's not exclusive to the wizard. But yes, this one could suit him more, probably because he's a blacksmith. So I'm thinking this one. I can get a bit indecisive sometimes when it comes to when I'm sport for choice, but I like the marks on this particular one, I think. So let's see how these look with some of the scars. And I don't think we can layer up with this. We can only pick one, I think. So that's why is there any specific scars that Dave requested? Let's have a look on the form. Multiple facial scars from his long years of heroism service. Okay, so let's have a look, because we could always add more, but I think we'll have to edit in Photoshop if we do want to add more, because it's only letting us do one, which is fine. It's not hard at all to do that, and I usually make edits if necessary sometimes. What kind of weapons were used in the war? Well, yes, that sort of thing is very much still up for discussion, because there's not been much lore talk regarding the war, or even what the war was, in all honesty. Because it's a big world, the Raindrop Chronicles world. It's still unnamed, the world is. Still so much to fill in, and we've only covered the Everbloom Forest and Lakefall so far, and even Everbloom Forest and Lakefall still has a lot of lore to fill in still. One war that we do know that's happened is the war. Well, there's a conflict between reptiles and humans. That's one thing we know. But there is still information in the other character sheets. Azrael Studios in particular is another military character. So if we look at the Discord, if you're curious at all with any lore that has sort of been decided, the character sheets are the only real thing so far that have confirmed lore in the game, as well as our lore video as well, of course. We've got one lore video so far, but as I say, there's still so much to decide that's still up for like deciding, and I think I like it like that, because then it allows the community to like come up with ideas over time. So setting things in stone too early on is something I don't want to do, unless, like, of course we have to do it because it's relevant to the storyline and the region we're in. Then of course it's always a good time to decide the lore then. But when there's still room to that story's still to come, and we might not even see it in several episodes or a couple of episodes time, I like to think, yeah, let's wait and see. So you maybe have to use the claw marks as scars. Yeah, that's also true, because if we want to be super detailed and consider what weapons we use, that will help. Just very deep, and I like that idea, okay, because I'm one for detail, I have to say. I like to be consistent and think about those little small things. And thank you, Zayed, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate that. Hope you're having an awesome Monday. And that goes for the rest of you folks as well. But yes, Dave hasn't stated any particular scars, so I kind of like that we don't have to set anything in stone just yet, but things like a nose scar could be great, even an eye one. We got claw scar. Rose, our vampire, has like a claw scar. I like the cheek scar as well. I think I'll give him a couple of scars, to be honest. Maybe the cheek and nose one. But the extra scar, the one that I don't pick now, will have to be edited in Photoshop. So I can't pick two scars at once, you see. And there's some, I think there's some like... I mean, there's that one as well. That works quite well. The cheek scar and the head scar. In fact, both of those could suit him. They look a bit... those scars look a bit more old as well. Like he's had them for like... maybe I'm wrong, but they're like a little bit less subtle looking than the others, which I think kind of suit him. So yeah, I'm tempted to give him both those, but we'll give him this one first, considering we can only pick one for now. You may need to switch the screen. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Sometimes that happens. I accidentally leave a window capture open, and then I realise a couple of minutes later. It's a habit. It can happen a lot. Because I'm not on display capture. If I was on display capture, it would just show always what I've got up on the screen. But I choose not to do that because of being on display capture can be a bit risky sometimes, because you can reveal private info sometimes. So at least with window capture, you're choosing what to show, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. So, but then we do have that problem that sometimes I accidentally have the wrong window capture open. Finally had the internet back to normal. Yay! Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Mass Emerald. But thank you for letting me know, Aku. I appreciate you letting me know, because I could have had that open like that for ages. Yeah, you know, better to be safe than sorry, isn't it? Right, so where are we now with him? So, eye patch. Dave said eye patch is optional. If we like the look of it, then we can go for it. Let's have a look. So there we go. I think it's cool, but I also think it looks cool as well without it. I'm tempted to do both, but we will have to pick a default for him because when we do the character sheet, we can only have one face on there. What I am going to do is I'm going to probably save both and send them both to Dave and ask him which one he likes the most and let him decide. So I think that's the only eye patch we also have that one as well. So we're not just limited to that one, we got a choice, you know, so we'll see. I'm probably try all. Unless like you guys think, oh, that looks good. Then if anyone does, feel free to speak up. Second eye patch is better in my opinion. Yeah, I like that we've got options, and I think that suits him. There's something more fearsome about that. He kind of, I don't know if it's just me, but that he looks more like an antagonist with that one. But with this one, he looks more friendly. It's funny, isn't it, how different designs can make a difference. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna take his eye patch off, but I will send over both and let him pick, and whatever he picks we'll have as on the character sheet. So is there anything else? So long beard eye patch if you think it looks cool. Multiple facial scars, hazel eyes. Okay, so make sure we give him hazel eyes. Because he's got blue at the moment. They're hazel, right? Or are they brown? I always sometimes wonder about hazel because they're kind of seeing that, they're kind of green, yellow and brown, aren't they, hazel sometimes? I am going to have a little quick Google of hazel eyes. Yeah, hazel eyes are closer to brown than green, I believe. They're a lighter brown, according to Google anyway. I don't think. I mean, I'm totally fine with adding another to the gradient that's more hazel. I mean, we'll use this one for now. But if we feel it needs to be a slightly more of a different shade of brown, then that's totally fine to do. It's easy enough to edit the gradient colours. Enjoy, BRB. Thanks for the feedback as well, by the way, Aku. Ooh, okay, so there's something I've missed. Dave wants a leather circlet as an accessory. Right, so let's just Google image this one. So if we have a look at leather circlets, we've got, there's that sort of look. Just something that goes around the forehead, I guess, that's like this, and it looks like leather. I don't think it matters so much about the pattern. We gotta just see what we've got, I guess. So we'll see how this looks with the eye patch as well. Mate, we've got to make sure it goes. Let's have a look. So we do have some like sort of bandana things, but they're more material kind of bandanas. But if we have to use them as a base, that's totally fine. I could see us perhaps maybe just using that one and just making it reach the edge of his head and changing it to more of a leather colour if we if there's no other ones, but let's look under accessory too to make sure, because there's more here. So this is more hats. Okay, so yeah, it's not an issue to edit something. I've edited plenty, the colours of accessories plenty of times. I guess it's just picking the best one that's going to look most like a leather circlet out of all of them. I mean, that one could, if we chop off the green material at the edge, if we change it to a brown leather, give it more of that sort of look. But that one probably would work best because it doesn't even have... We've got options, guys. In all honesty, I'm being indecisive now because it's all going to be which one looks the best. Just a headband, in all honesty. So using a bandana and changing it to brown and at least making it look like it's leather instead of material, I think will be fine. And who knows, there could be an asset on Google or RPG Maker forums that's specifically a leather one. And if so, then I'll just do that to get rid of it and just add it on top. Probably be easier than putting it in the generator. So clothes now, let's look at the clothes. And I don't think there's anything that's been specific about the clothes we've got, so we're free to pick. Hey Rose, so are you doing research searching for the artwork for the game? Hi Mark, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Research searching for the artwork of the game, what exactly do you mean? Just so I answer your question properly, because sometimes I think someone means something and then I start going on about something else and rambling. But thank you for that follow, I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good week so far. But what we are doing, just to make it clear, we're making some of our community characters, because I think I've still got the character command. Let's have a look. Yeah, so, oh, I should delete that because it's very misleading. This is an old command and I've still got the old link. But yes, it's true. Once you've got 500 roundups, you can be a character in the game. But that link there is a very old one, so I will have to update that to the new link. Because should I time out Rain Robot? Time out Rain Robot. But yes, basically we're doing some community characters today and looking at the forms that they've filled in, which is here, and we're getting them as close as possible to the vision of the person who filled in the form. Because this is our Trello page and this is the list of character sheets to do. I've neglected it. We've been so busy doing so many things. It looks nice, thank you, appreciate that. Yes, this is one of our community characters. He looks pretty cool, doesn't he? Cool old guy. He's meant to be super nice. Like someone that we look up to. So we just got to give him his clothes now and then he's done. I mean, there's extra things we want to add to him, like extra scars, which I'll do in Photoshop. We can't layer up in the generator. Give him his leather circlet and potentially eye patch, and I'll do that in Photoshop as well. So we just need to make sure the clothes fit him well. So he's a guy living in the mountains who's a blacksmith and he's on his own and he's pretty humble, I'd say. So it's figuring out the clothes that will match up with that sort of look, I guess. I mean, we can have him be a hooded guy. I could imagine it'd be pretty chilly up in the mountains. So I don't know if he'd be nude. or topless, should I say. That sort of outfit works well. Actually, let's double check, because there's something specific that was mentioned in the character form. I remember now. It says right here, she forged the full metal armour that he still wears to this day. So he's wearing full metal armour. We must make sure we have that then, because I nearly forgot about that one, and it's important. I was like, oh yes, he wears full plate armour. He's a blacksmith, that he's still wearing it. Even though he's not fighting anymore, he's wearing it because of memory reasons. Nice website as well. Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate the compliment on the website. And Drew, thank you for that host. I hope you're having an awesome day, Drew. How are you doing? Appreciate that. Right, so just Google full plate armour. Right, so he is full plate armour. Correct me guys if I'm wrong, but I believe that means he's going to be full on armoured up, not just have a breastplate. He's got it everywhere, his arms, his legs, he's full on armoured up by that description, which is right here. So I'll highlight it. She forged a full plate armour that he still wears to this day. So he's going to be full on armoured up then, judging by that description. No worries, doing well, thanks. Just throwing some love to fellow game makers while I had lunch. I appreciate it, that's very kind of you. Thank you for thinking of me and choosing me to host. And it's good to see you again, Drew. I hope you have a lovely, yummy, tasty lunch. Gotta go, have a nice day, Rose and chat. Thank you for stopping by, Aku. Appreciate it. And for your feedback on the character look as well. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a fab day and have a good rest of your week. Okay, so let's have a look at the choices we've got when it comes to armour. I had a bit of a burp then. Okay, so we've definitely got a lot of clothes options. We want to probably get the most armoured up one we can. There's definitely armour on that one. There's armour on that one too. There's a cloak attached to most of them, but I think that would suit him fine. My head's super, you might not be able to see much because I'm like this at the moment, so I can see properly, because some of these sprite details are so small and I need to get super close to make sure I'm looking at them properly. So yeah, my head's a little bit forward at the moment, and I think the lower down we get, the more normal the clothes get, although that looks very armoured. And I like that. That one looks very well made as well. To be honest, it's the same as that one, but except without the cloak. Is that right? Yeah, it's like that, but without the cloak. But to be honest, that one could work. The one without the cloak, maybe. And Zidrin is not in service anymore. Because these ones look a bit more like not armoured enough, in my opinion. So let's look at the colour choices we've got. He's going to be wearing, let's not forget, a leather circlet. So obviously it'd be nice to complement like the colour that the leather will be, which will obviously be a sort of brownish shade. And the eye patch. I feel like putting the eye patch on him just so we got something to go by. Here it was. So might help think of the, like, inspire some colour ideas a bit better. I think that colour looks pretty. Yeah, I'm thinking not, obviously not something too garishly bright. I think the neutral colours would suit him best. Although, you know, with the brown colour, that kind of could look nice with the leather. So I'm just wondering, because he's not in service anymore, he lives in the mountains, would he really be wearing a cloak? So it might be better to give him the one that isn't cloaked up for that reason. I don't think he looks too bad like that. Maybe if we give him the darker, this black neck thing here, it'll kind of break up the grey. That it kind of suits the eye patch as well. Wow, my tummy's doing a rumble. Something like that. We'll see how he looks when he's got the leather circlet on. So what I am going to do is save what we got so far for him. What we're getting there. Got some extra things to add, but we are getting there. So that is Davis. So save. Now, if we shut it off and load again, he'll be there. So there we go. Awesome. Okay, so next on our list is Masked Emerald. So we've done Fantasia and Davers. They're not 100% done because there's a couple of things to still add to them that can only be done in Photoshop, like extras, finishing touches, and then of course I want to contact the person whose character are to make sure everything's all good. And then once we've got the go-ahead, I can go ahead and make the character sheet for those. So my plan is to actually do the physical appearance first. So we've done that for Fantasia David. Now we're going to do it for Masked Emerald. And then we'll do it for all the others until we get down to Oracle of Twilight. And then I'll do all the character sheets in one go. Once we're happy with all the appearance. The appearance is the hardest bit. So once that's done, I think doing the actual character sheets is easy peasy as a piece of cake. Ooh, Chub Cheeks! Question of the week answer Zoltan, and that is Zoltan from The Witcher 3. So was that an easy decision for you, that favourite NPC, Chub? Is he ultimately by far your favourite NPC? You didn't seem to struggle to answer, so I assume so. But it's a good one, because honestly, The Witcher 3 has, like, a really good cast. Like, seriously. It's up there with Game of Thrones as having, like, a solid, incredible fantasy cast. I've been here since 3:30 thinking about the answer, Cap. LOL. So, why? Have you got a reason for why Zoltan's your favourite? Is it his personality? Anything in particular that draws you to him? I'm very intrigued. But I hope you're doing well, Chub. I hope you had a good weekend. So we don't have too much time left, but we might as well just start. We've still got time, so let's look at Masked Emerald's character sheet. Now, Masked Emerald is a playable character, so we're going to go across our playable character sheet until we find her. Here she is. So she did say that she's filled in Illusionist, which is actually gone from here now because I deleted it from the character form, so no one else would take it, but I remember it was Illusionist anyway, so I made her know. But she said that she would like Chronomancer to be the class, which is basically Time Mage. We do have Time Mage still on the form, so what I'm going to do is put Illusionist back on the form and get rid of Time Mage or Time Manipulator or whatever it was we worded it, because Chronomancer basically means Time Mage, and it's more of a fancy way of saying Time Manipulator or Time Mage, which I prefer, having a proper name for a class rather than just call them Time Manipulator. That's pretty, like, just, it's not as creative as a full-on name. So Chronomancer, and we totally makes sense because the RPG Chrono Trigger is all about travel. So having an actual class called Chronomancer is very good, and it's also a class in Guild Wars as well. So I can always look at that for inspiration if I wish to, whenever the time comes to introduce the character. He's a scene stealer and a dwarf. I like dwarves. You like scene stealers, don't you, Chub? That's why you love Woody. Woody the cardboard box. And you like dwarves as well. Yeah, dwarves are cool. I'm very glad we've introduced them to Raindrop Chronicles as well, because they're definitely a nobody even is a dwarf in the game yet, but I'm sure there'll be the opportunity to introduce them at some point. My answer is probably Toriel. It's a difficult question though. Where have I heard that name? Oh my god, I feel like such a noob now, because that is clearly an NPC that I know very clearly. And it's as if it's just gone from my mind and drawn a blank. Undertale. Oh, yes, that's it. I was going to say, I know that NPC so much. Good. And I was like, what game's it from? That's a good one. Undertale has so many awesome characters in it. It's another game with really good characters. Goat Mom. She's very cute, isn't she? Sans is cute. I like Sans. But I like Toriel's husband now as well. I forgot his name now. Is it Asgore? I think it was Asgore. He's absolutely adorable. Too many good NPCs to pick for. Yeah, it is a very hard question. I would struggle to have a top 5 or even a top 10 list, to be honest. So Emrilze, I've said that way. It's so wrong, haven't I? I've said that way wrong. I mean, I can just call her Em for short, but of course I'll need to know how to pronounce this. Emrelease, is that it? Emrelease. I think that second one's more accurate than the first anyway. So kind of broken with a tragic backstory. Same reason I like Asgore and Flowey. You like Flowey? Flowey's a piece of meanie poo. It's horrible. Release. Am I accurate with that, or have I still got that wrong? I say Lise because the last 4 letters is a character in Final Fantasy 14 and her name is actually Lise. And so that's why I thought it was that. Yay, I got it. Yay. I got it. I'm proud. I love the name. It's gorgeous. I'm loving that we've got some really cool names. So she's an elf lady. Yay for elves. I want to see such a diverse cast over time. So it's going to be Chronomancer. You happy with that? Masked Emerald Chronomancer is your one. Because if you are, I'll get rid of Time Manipulator from the sheet so no one else can pick it then. And I'll put Illusionist back on so someone can have that if they wish. Because we don't want anyone having Time Manipulator because it's exclusive to your character, you see. That's why we've got to be creative and think of some other cool classes if we do run out of all the others. Happy with it? Got some ideas related to Chronomancer for their story. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I'm excited. Okay. And if you ever have more story or backstory for the character and it wasn't enough to fill in on the character sheet, which is common because you can't really go on forever on the character sheet, but if there's way more that you want to talk about, then feel free to make a Google Doc and pop it in the ideas discussion at any time. No pressure. Some people, let me or in the community just decide what we want to do with the character, but if you have something in mind, then feel free to pop a doc in the Discord, because that's what Akira and Asriel and some of our other peeps here have done. Okay, optimistic, deceitful, ooh, spontaneous, cautious, open-minded, talkative, rebellious, easily distracted. Biggest fear is the unknown. Well, time travelling is the unknown, yeah. Her book collection is mostly unreturned library books. Awesome. So she likes reading. Okay, so let's have a little look through the appearance that we've got here. Light green, short hair, so no distinguishing features, gold eyes, and a mask, and a quill behind the ear. If they don't exist, I can make them. Yes, I'm not sure whether there will be a quill. I will have a quick browse, but there probably wouldn't be because it sounds like something super unique. Mainly we have hats, like we've got all these hats here. Let's get them up. As you can see, we've got a ton of hats. And bandanas, eye patches. We've even got a Plague Doctor mask. I think that's why I did the Plague Doctor class, because we actually do have a Plague Doctor mask. And there are plenty of masks here, so... Well, I think, I'd say so. I mean, we got the eye one. We've got that's a bit scary. We have that one, and we had that one for Fantasia, but if you wanted to use that one too for yours, you totally could. But there's another one that appeals, or even one that's on Google that isn't in the generator, then I mean, let's have a look through. So is there a specific mask? Because it seemed like you're up for it, like the mask. You said mask, but you haven't particularly described it, which means maybe you're okay for us to decide if that's the case. But if, of course, you've got a mask in mind, then that's fine too, if you have. So, yeah, it seems like the quill behind the ear is the main feature here that's the most unique. So, if you do want to do an asset master emerald and then pop it in the Discord, feel free to, if you'd like to do that, feel free, because it looks like there isn't one in the generator, and I'm assuming that there wouldn't be on Google Images, because it's like the barrels, you know, it's such a sentient barrel. It's, and same with this, it's such a like unique thing, so sometimes it's, you know, it's impossible for it to already exist. I don't remember what I put down, so it might be different. Figured there wouldn't be one, I can still make one. Yeah, only obviously, I don't want to put you out, but if that is something you want to do, and there's something very specific you've got in mind, then of course you can. And is there, I mean, I'm going to have another look and see if there's anything similar, just so you've got a reference, because I know that would probably help. I'm looking to see if there's any ear related accessories. It seems like it's hats here anyway. We'll keep looking. Get rid of these guys' bangs, because they're getting in the way. Well, there's ear accessories there, but they're just earrings. There's also glasses here, but yeah, it seems like there's nothing that's like, I mean, I suppose what I could do, I could take a screenshot, I could export the face image. So you've got something as to work on it, if that made it easier, I guess. So probably out of everything, I'd say the glasses are the closest to something, you know, because at least you've got the thing behind the ear. So what I could do, I mean, we'll obviously get the elf lady face there, because we want to make sure we got the right character. So ears, there we go, elf lady. Obviously we haven't given her a hair or anything yet, but what hair did you have? Was there anything? Short hair, so because it's short hair, the hair won't hide it, so at least it'll be on show. For now, I'll just give her that. I mean, we could change it to something you like more. I mean, we got a lot of choice here. What hair colour was it again? Light green. Do we have that? We don't, so I will have to make the colour on the gradient as well, but we'll leave a blonde just for now. Mainly I just want to take a export the face image and the sprite image. I mean, well, because you're a playable character, you'll also be using the battle image ones, but really, if you just wanted to do the face one, that's fine, because I don't think I would have too much trouble doing sprite ones. I just don't want to make you have to do all the work, you see, but it's up to you, Masked Emerald. So also I'll give her the, I think it was that one. Yeah, that's 100% the skin, the complexion you wanted. The only thing I haven't done then is, well, the light green hair, so that'll have to be done when I get a bit more time. Gold eyes, which is here. And if there's any specific eyes you like, then feel free to give me a shout as well. Because for now, I'll just give her any eyes. We'll put a bit more time into her when I keep saying tomorrow, but it's Wednesday when I'm back. I keep forgetting. Still used to my old schedule. Can switch the hair and the eye colour for ease. I was practically switching them around so much while deciding. Can switch. Oh right, so you don't mind gold hair and green eyes. Is that what you mean, Masked Emerald? But if switching them round. There we go. Well, there we go. So she's got the green eyes. Look super lovely with her complexion, I have to say. And as for gold, we've got blondes. I mean, I'm totally all good to get more of a golden blonde than this current one, because it isn't hard to change the gradient colour. Just we'll need probably a bit more time than now, because it's 6:10 and I was meant to end ages ago, but I'm not in a rush. As for the hair, I mean, we've got so much choice of bangs here, and we can give her a different short do because we've got so much choice. Like, I don't want to have to limit you on what you like. So if there is, while I'm scrolling and clicking things, if there's a particular look you like, and then of course feel free to say. But if you don't, just feel free to say. And same with the bangs as well. But mainly what I want to do is get a basic look, even though we're going to change it, just so that it's easier for you to do the quill behind the ear, because having like a reference image will probably help a bunch for you. So what I will do for now, even though with it she'll probably look different to this, and we'll give her a different outfit and stuff. For now, I'm gonna export these images, and I'm gonna throw you a DM, and then that'll probably help seeing that. So Masked Emerald face PNG. And yes, of course, like I'm giving you all the assets here, the sprites and the battle sprites as well. But if you want to just do the face one, that is fine. No pressure from me to do the lot of them. If you wanted to, of course, then feel free to go all out. But I never want to force people to do it, because I'm totally cool. Once I know the look, then I'm cool to do it as well, if you'd prefer that. So Masked Emerald sprite and the battler. So these are all getting imported on my desktop at the moment, and we still got way more to do for her. Give her some clothes, make sure she's exactly how you want her to look in terms of facial features and hairstyle. But for now, just so you've got that reference, I'm glad that we've got that sorted. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to head off now because I've gone over time. But I did start a bit late today, so I'm glad I did go over time. I've also saved your character there. So I'm going to send a tuna DM as soon as I can, Masked Emerald. I'll take care, folks. I'll see you all on Wednesday, because that's when I'm back again, and we'll carry on from where we've left off, and we'll get through the next part of the list. So we're on Masked Emerald now, and we'll get some more ticked off that list on Wednesday and on Friday as well. And I'll probably be working on the character sheets separately, probably over the weekend, once I've done all the appearance things. We'll see how it goes. So take care, guys. You're the best. Thanks for hanging out. Have an awesome Monday.